What's happening?
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Can you all see me, hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right
Yeah.
in a hotel room in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Night off.
Nice.
Ah, good. We were worried about that.
Yeah.
Finally a night off. Yeah.
So you're with you're touring with Disturbed right now, right?
I'm touring with Disturbed and Enrique at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh. All
Yeah,
right.
so
How are you managing that?
well, when Enrique has these 4 or 5 day breaks, I'll go and mix a couple of Disturbed shows.
Oh, okay.
And then my systems engineer will fill in for me when I'm gone on Enrique or on Disturbed.
Okay.
So I just leave him
Gotcha.
with my console and rig, and he just runs the show for me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's manageable. It's been manageable so far, and now I'm to the end of it. I got one more Disturbed show tomorrow night, and then I fly to Nashville on Tuesday,
Okay.
Wow, man.
and then like half a dozen. I think there's like another 5 or 6 Enrique shows, and then I go straight to Auckland, New Zealand, and Australia.
Oh, wow.
with Disturbed.
Nice.
Oh my God. That's going to be a hell of a flight.
Yeah, it will be.
I hope you sleep well.
Not on airplanes, I don't.
Oh,
Not me either. God.
No, I don't think I sleep well anymore that much,
Yeah.
But even if I'm in a bed, I think it's the curse of getting older.
I think it is.
Yeah.
They get that weird
Yeah.
3 a.m. thing where it's like, it's 3 a.m. I guess I'm awake now.
And the minute you think one thought,
That's it.
you're
You're
screwed.
done.
Yeah.
That's it. You're off to the
One
races.
one thought leads into like 20, and then I'm up.
Yeah. Yeah. God is the worst.
Yep, it sure is.
Yeah. And then if you take something at like 3 a.m., it's like, well, shit, now I'll be groggy until like noon. I shouldn't have taken that CBD mint or whatever. I'm like, God damn it. I just can't
well,
win.
there's always alcohol.
Oh, same deal.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not great.
No. Nope.
All right. Well, let's we'll get started.
Nice
We'll do some
shirt.
introduction.
Oh, yeah,
there
thanks.
you go.
It survived the previous 30
Wow.
years. Yeah, and it still fits. That's the amazing thing.
Oh yeah, you
Says
can.
the guy who hasn't gained 20 or 40 or 150 extra pounds.
It didn't fit last year. I'll just say that. I had to lose some weight.
No.
It's just for that shirt.
What?
That's the only reason you lost
Just
weight.
for this.
shirt.
Yes. That's
Exactly,
right.
just for this.
Yeah, just for this.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Special
welcome to Somewhere in Time Podcast, everybody. I'm Eric. Tim is here.
Hey.
Keith is here.
Good evening.
Joe is here.
I'm here.
And we're very excited to welcome back to the podcast. We had him on once before. Currently, as you just heard, doing sound for Enrique Iglesias and Disturbed, Mr. Brad Divens.
Howdy. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're doing
All
good.
right. Thanks for
And
coming.
of course,
Thanks for being
the
here.
reason we had you on this podcast, we love talking about sound. We're actually, Joe and I are in a band right now, and Joe's kind of working on that himself, getting his sound chops going himself. So, but the reason we're here is to talk about, it was last year, the 30th anniversary of the first Souls of Zero album, which
Wow,
Brad was.
30 years ago.
I know. Brad was the
Was that about
singer and
age,
bass
you were
player
saying?
of it.
That's incredible when I think about how long ago things were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, it's like now it's like, oh, that was 20 years ago. It's like, what? 2004 was 20 years ago.
I know.
That's insane.
It's, yeah, it doesn't seem possible, but
No,
Yeah.
I know. I agree.
that's how time is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe we should start with a little bit of the history of this band. So when we had Brad on before, we did a whole history lesson. You should go back and listen to that podcast on Wrathchild. But I want to talk about the creation of this band, where it's, it's basically Wrathchild America.
It's just
it's kind of like Wrathchild America
Different name.
Part two.
brand.
yeah.
Exactly. Same four
so-
guys.
What was the impetus behind that name change? Like, was there something specific? Was it a record label? Was it you guys just were like, nah, we need a fresh start?
I think it kind of might have been a combination of everything. A lot of those songs were written while we were still Wrathchild America. So, a lot of people think, oh, they changed their name and they changed their writing style. And well, that's not true at all because,
No.
like I just said, it was just that's where our songwriting style, that's where it morphed into that. It was a conscious effort that we're like, we've already proven that we can play whatever we want to play and go from reggae to ska to blues to whatever.
Right.
But maybe it's going over people's heads just a little bit. Maybe we can try and simplify it a little bit. It's still going to sound like us because it's four of us writing and it's me singing. And at the same time, being that we weren't on Atlantic Records anymore, we're like, we're going to shop for a new deal. None of us ever could swallow Wrathchild America. It just never, it was not the same after that. And, I can look back on that now and say, well, why didn't we just change the name? And, we thought about changing the name, but then we also realized how many people know us as Wrathchild already. Right. We spent 5 years touring America. We were afraid that we might lose some of our audience. We never thought, well, how dumb is it to put an America after your name? And then you have to continue on with that.
Yeah.
So when we had the opportunity to make the change, we're like, you know what? Okay, people aren't going to know who we are. It's the same four guys. We're going to change the name. It's a fresh start. We'll find a new label and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's where it went. And that's, the reason behind it all. And we pulled the name out of it was the title of a chapter in a Clive Barker book.
Yeah. That was one of my questions.
Yeah.
Great.
Souls at Zero.
Yeah.
It also allowed you guys to cut your hair, so that was that was refreshing.
Yeah, I cut my hair before we were Souls at Zero, though.
Yeah.
Well, how much of the time frame? Let's face it. When we're talking about 1993 here,
right?
Face it. There's significant changes were going on within the industry itself. Metal itself was kind of fizzling a bit out as alternative kind of took over.
Yeah.
As much as alternative for the most part isn't an alternative to anything, and almost all of those guys were metal bands to start out with. But,
right.
For the most part, did the a lot of the reviews I read over the last month about this album, mentions the change in style from you guys, and everyone used kind of the exact same adjective, Pantera-esque. This is a lot more aggressive. This is a lot more brutal, I'd say, than a lot of the lot of the Wrathchild stuff. Like, did you feel that influenced you at all, or were you guys just like, fuck everyone, we're doing our own thing?
We always had that attitude. Fuck everyone, we're doing our own thing.
Cheers.
Because when it comes to writing music, if you don't write music that you enjoy playing, it's not true.
Yeah.
You're not being true to yourself.
Right.
Because you're trying to write music based on what you think the audience is going to want to hear.
Yeah.
And, we had just come off the tour with Pantera, but were we?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we had.
Yeah.
Were we kind of influenced by? I think what we were more influenced by than their style of songwriting. Well, than the way they were writing songs is the fact that it was a little bit easier to grasp onto. They still had their changes, and they were way more complicated than that. I mean, when I look back on it now, you listen to some of their stuff and you're like, it's really simple and it's heavy and it's grooving, but there was some really intricate time signature
absolutely
stuff that went on.
Yeah.
They just perfected it.
Yeah.
And they delivered it to the audience to where the audience could grasp onto it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you said it yourself. You guys were playing this stuff as Wrathchild America anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. Tim and I saw you. I think you used to open up with Checking Out at some shows. When you were still Wrathchild America. So
we just wanted to make things more simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even as simple as we thought we were making them, I mean, still the first Souls at Zero record isn't. It's just grooves more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's still some complexity to it for sure.
There's still some complexity to it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and the songwriting it's so good. That was one thing as I listened to the album, just going back to it, I was like, God, the songwriting just really stands out. And that was true with you guys from the get-go, I thought, with Wrathchild and onward. Just really good songwriting. And it stood out to me back then it stood out to me. Now I was like, God damn, these songs are just so well written. There's composition here that's a little more advanced than your typical,
There's even after 30 years, that drum beat and Never, that hi-hat thing he does, I still can't play. I can't even tap that along in my car.
Right.
I still can't.
He's a secret weapon.
So,
Shannon Larkin's a secret weapon. He's just ridiculous. Having that guy in your band is like, that's just...
He is ridiculous.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Like,
Yep.
Well,
I never realized how ridiculous he was until I went and saw him play with Godsmack. And I was actually in the crowd watching him play, and I'm like, that's what everyone was looking at when we were on stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he's incredible. I mean, I was blessed that I stood in front of him every night and played with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just God, so good.
Even at this age, he's still like flailing about and doing his thing, and it's impressive to see. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was.
But speaking of songwriting, though, I mean, one of my questions was going to be like, I know that the liner notes of the album say all songs written by Souls at Zero, but I always wonder with that, like, how much of that is true, and are there moments? I'm sure there's moments that were written by one person and they evolved to something else, but for you, Brad, is there a moment on this album that you can point to that's like, oh, that was like a really proud moment for me, that riff or that moment on that song or whatever that you wrote specifically? Because I was curious about that.
Thinking about the first Souls record, not so much, because again, we just all four got together in a room and just started throwing ideas around.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jay might have come up with the riff to Frustration, and then we just started jamming on that. We're like, holy shit, man, I think it was Frustration, Never, and there was two other songs that were like the first four that we wrote while we were still.
Checking Out had to be.
I think
Checking Out.
Yeah.
Checking Out was another one.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know, we just started jamming on the riff, and it just led into what the song became, and we're like, wow, this is really cool. And so it was always all the four of us coming up or putting stuff together. A lot of times it was Jay or Terry would come up with something. I remember one day we were just about to start writing, and Terry came up with Grey World. He came up with
such a great song.
That beginning riff, and then going into the bridge, and we're like, oh man, what is that? And we just started jamming on that riff. We're like, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah,
it's a great riff.
Turned into a song.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember writing some of the lyrics to a couple of those tunes, like Checking Out or Frustration. And, I'm pretty proud of some of the phrases in some of those songs, when like, just because I say hello doesn't mean I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Kind of shit was kind of Rollins influenced.
Mm,
Some of that. I definitely got influenced by Rollins vocally, I think, at that time, because we were kind of angry about the whole business and being dropped. What are we going to do now? And there's no
Grey World has that. I mean, there's some screams in that song, man. You're hitting some notes that that was one of the things that I was impressed with on this album. Like, there were screaming moments on Wrathchild stuff, but there was some really like, your soul is leaving your body type screams in some of these songs. You know what I mean?
Right.
The Grey World at the end is like, man, that's great stuff.
I just took it a little bit further. I just wanted to do, I don't know. I would sing and I would listen back to my voice on recordings. I'm like, there's just always something that bothered me about it. And, I mean, my influence as a singer back when I started singing was Bon Scott and Steven Tyler.
Right.
For the throaty, roughness of the vocal. And that's kind of where I always went. And then Souls at Zero, I just took it a little bit further.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was kind of anger driven, that record.
Oh yeah.
We felt like we had something to prove. Hey, we're starting over again. We're not going to let the industry beat us down. But
yeah, it was a very pissed off album. I mean, it was evident from the get go, and as soon as Frustration started, it's like, oh yeah, these guys
right, exactly. I mean, here we go.
Yeah.
And we were angry.
Yeah.
And it came out. I mean, that was another thing that always bugged us about the first two records, is that we never seemed to capture what we were live on a recording.
Yeah.
And so maybe that intensity of performance and, was another way of us trying to get it down on, to be captured on a recording, what we wanted to be portrayed as or sounded like.
Yeah.
I mean, because we basically did that record ourselves.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I mean, we had Drew Missouri, who was a friend of mine, engineered and helped us a lot with that record, but it was the four of us. We're like, you know what? Why don't we just do this record? Let's see what happens.
So I saw it also was mixed by. Is it actually mixed by Ron St. Germain? Is that right?
Yeah, it was mixed by him.
That's cool because he's done some really good albums. Like I was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
like
why
Joe and I know him. Joe and I are big 311 fans, so we knew him from his days with 311. But I didn't realize.
And we were fans.
Like, oh shit.
We were fans of the Bad Brains, Eye Against Eye.
Yeah.
And Soundgarden record that he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let's play a little bit of this frustration. We were just talking about that. So.
That's heavy.
Great riff.
Yeah.
Shannon's double bass.
Double bass, yeah.
How long has it been since you heard this song?
It's been a while.
And I felt like a man resting in my tomb. Should I take this so seriously? Well, I never knew life could be like this, man. I was
It's so good.
wrapped up and caged away.
Yeah.
I never knew my eyes could see like this, man. That was
I gotta get to the chorus, and then I'll figure it out.
in my time.
There you go.
Frustration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking back now, thinking about what you just said, I mean, you were frustrated with the business, and that's clearly pretty evident, right?
Yeah. I remember writing the lyrics of that song on the way to rehearsal that day. I think we'd already written the music, and we were just driving out, and all of a sudden it just came to me, and I just wrote the lyrics down for that song.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I
Yeah.
was looking at the cover art. Where is this statue? Is this all?
That's in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. I
Yep.
didn't know that.
I want to say that's the Domino sugar plant, or
Okay.
No idea.
the statue's in a cemetery.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, never mind. That was the taste with no. I'm confused now. We did do a photo shoot where I thought that the sugar plant was in the background, but I don't know.
Okay.
But
What
yeah,
was
that
what was this
is a
album?
graveyard.
Where'd you guys record this album?
That was recorded at Oz Studios in Baltimore.
Okay.
It was on the corner of Murder and Rape.
Wow.
You know the scenes. You know the scenes in The Wire when it was.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that's Oz was on the outskirts of that.
Nice.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, right across the freeway on Biddle Street. And if you walked out of the studio and went left to the convenience store, you were walking into an episode of The Wire.
Oh my God. Nope.
I'm not shit you not. I'm not even exaggerating a little bit.
Oh, I believe you because for work I had to go down that area one time, and the person I was meeting was like, "When you get to this road, go right. Don't go left. Remember, go right." I went left,
Yeah.
and I was driving into Baltimore, and I was like, "There's a drug deal right there. There's a gang
Yep.
right there." I'm like, "I don't think I'm in the right part of Baltimore right now." And it was like,
time
noon.
out. I have spent a hell of a lot of time up in Baltimore. I love that town. Yes, if you're driving down the MLK, stay on the right-hand side of the street. Do not make a left. It's
Probably what it was.
I mean,
We were escorted
But,
out of DC one time by the cops because they said, "You guys don't want to be here." We got lost. This is pre-GPS, and this cop comes up and pulls us over. And it's just like, "What are you guys doing?" We're like, "We're lost." He's like, "Follow me out of here. You don't want to be here right now. Just follow my car. I'll get you to the freeway. I'll help you out. You don't want to be here." Okay.
Well, it was the murder capital of the world for a
Back
while.
then,
DC
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
1993,
There you go.
Yeah.
92. Yeah.
92. This was. It says 93, I think, on the liner notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, March through
Yeah. I
April
think it was.
93. Yeah, 93.
The production's good on this album.
It is
you guys said
good.
that you did it yourself, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything comes through really well. Like you can hear the bass.
Yeah, we were
really
happy
well.
with the way that things got recorded. Certain
Yeah.
things in the mixing aspect that I hear back down, I'm like, but you know, everybody I think always looks back on what you've done and wishes that you would have done something a little differently.
Yeah,
But
that's human nature. You can't help
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's always
Otherwise,
been
you
that way.
would never grow. You would never learn from anything. You just
Yeah.
always get the same way.
Yeah, and we're the hardest critics on ourselves anyway. Anything we ever do, we're always like, it could have been so much better. And people are like, it's
Yeah.
so perfect. Like, whatever. It's
Right.
it is.
There was some. So, I think you saw this on Facebook, Brad, but we put a little post out there saying if people have questions for you. So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
yeah. So I can go through
So
some
fire
of these.
away.
Yeah. So Tim Nels asks, has Brad ever considered remixing the first two Wrathchild America records?
So I think about it all the time, and I actually inquired to somebody about, hey, how can I get a hold of the 2-inch reels, and figure, because I wanted to do it when Kick started doing stuff with their records.
Yeah.
They would get the 2 inches from Atlantic, and Mark would do his thing and have Bo Hill remix it, and I'm like, and I actually reached out to Madeline, the person who was helping them out, and there was some legal things involved with it, and
Yeah.
it would probably cost some
Always.
money because Atlantic never recouped, and I'm like, I just want the record to sound better,
Yeah.
But-
I think Climbing the Walls could benefit from that the most, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's huge. Shannon and I were talking about that the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, can you imagine if we could get a hold of Climbing the Walls and you could remix that thing now? I'd be
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
gosh. Yeah.
I do wish,
Yeah.
but
Because 3D sounds great as it
Yeah.
is right now.
does.
There's
Alex
not
did
lot
a
of-
great job on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
But-
certain things that I would have done differently recording wise, maybe.
Sure.
But again, it's the time that we recorded the record, that conscious decisions were made on how we wanted to do things.
Yeah.
We wanted it to sound like there was two different guitar players playing. We didn't want it to be like one, like when you listen to the Souls record, that's a lot of Jay doing all the rhythm tracks. Because we wanted we wanted to go with a different approach. There were certain songs Jay did the rhythms on, there were certain songs that Terry did the rhythms on. And then of course each guy had their own leads.
Yeah.
But we took a different approach to recording.
Right.
3D, we liked, I can't remember what record had come out at the time, but there was two different guitar players, and it was distinctly, you could tell, two different guys playing. And so we were like, hey, let's record a record like that, where you can tell it's Jay and Terry playing. And
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
the next record was, well, we want something that's nice and thick sounding,
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but I've thought about it a lot. And I'm, who's to say that maybe, I send another email again at some point and the answer is different this time. Oh, because a certain amount of time has passed by and they're like, we don't care about the money anymore. Here, go ahead, remix it.
Is
So
that
they-
the same thing with like re-releasing vinyl? Because that kind of someone had to follow up to that. Like, yeah, some cool colorful vinyl would be awesome too. So
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is Atlantic never recouped their money.
Mm.
So, and I don't think we ever recouped on the publishing advance we got either. So it's probably possible to do it, but do I have the time and the the energy to see it through?
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's easier just to burn a copy and send it to somebody if they want to hear it. Here, I'll make you a copy and send it.
Go the Taylor Swift route and just re-record the whole thing.
Well, that's it. And that's an option as well too,
Yeah.
which was
That'd be
very
awesome.
intelligent. That was very intelligent on her part.
That was punk
yeah.
rock as fucking hell, man. It's like a big fuck you to the industry. I love
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not taking my fucking music from me.
Guess
Yeah.
what? Guess who fucking wrote this?
Right.
Guess who deserves to actually
Yeah.
make the money off of it? Jack off in the goddamn, 100th
Yeah.
floor of some piece of shit. God.
Exactly.
I
She's
like-
laughing all the way to the bank now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because the fans are going to
taking
buy
her
it.
staff with her. I love the fact that she is legitimately paying. Like, I mean, she's got goddamn way too much. Obviously, we were talking about this earlier. I have a 7-year-old daughter, so a lot of Taylor Swift going on in my household.
Sure. Yeah.
But she's actually paying her staff and getting everyone nice Christmas bonuses. So.
Yeah, she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Changing lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody at Atlantic has those recordings and all the tapes, everything. And
yeah, they're sitting in a vault somewhere. I'm sure.
God.
Yep.
Man, that's frustrating.
And they just, God, that's just maddening.
You know what? I'm gonna have to send another email. I have to inquire.
Uh-oh.
It's just, it's crazy. Like enough time is come on. Like what?
Yeah.
Tell that to a fucking lawyer. Tell that to a lawyer, and guess what that lawyer is going to say?
Yeah,
money.
I know. It's just
I mean, Shannon did mention he's like maybe I'll reach out because him being in Godsmack, he might have a little more leverage.
A
Yeah.
little more clout, yeah.
So I'm going to see him this week. I'm going to hit him up on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, you definitely should.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
he lives in Florida, is that right?
He lives in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's actually he's going to be in Nashville, and I think I'm going to go check him out, see Shannon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah, you should. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that Chris Reinhardt had a similar question about getting Souls of Zero on Spotify or Wrathchild America. Well, Wrathchild America is on Spotify. Souls of Zero is not on Spotify. I don't know if that's a legal thing too or not.
It probably is, although the labels is no longer exists.
Yeah.
But again, there's still a publishing company involved with that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure it could be done. It's just a matter of how do you do it and make it happen. Somebody's got to get paid. Well, Spotify doesn't really pay anybody, but
No. Right. Yeah. It's like
No.
why
Here is your fraction of a
one
penny.
Yeah, why would you want to get paid for your music?
Yeah,
That's
right.
a crazy
what a
concept.
concept. Yeah.
I'm sure the big wigs at Spotify get their paycheck though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
They do.
yeah, there you go. That's how I feel about Spotify. I don't listen to it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
It's just convenience, really, and iTunes as well.
It is.
Yeah.
I buy
Yeah.
the CDs that I want to listen to still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vinyl. We buy. I mean, all of us here buy vinyl like crazy. We're addicted to it. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is not a question, but more of a just
Maybe you can
statement.
see what I got back there.
Oh yeah, Joe's got the two.
I see that you got the vinyl. Is
Yeah.
that you got a vinyl 3D, huh?
Yep.
That's cool because
Yeah,
they
it
were
is.
released in Europe, as you know.
Really?
I got it on disc. Yeah, I got it on Discogs, I believe. I think I
Quite
got both of them on
expensive.
Discogs.
Is that expensive?
I don't remember. It wasn't
He's like, I don't give a
that
shit.
bad.
Yeah, he was drunk. It was
Brad-
3 a.m.
Brad-
Just like, oh man, I gotta buy that.
You can say I don't give a shit how much you paid. It's whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't
I never
remember.
did it for the money.
It
anyway,
wasn't-
so it doesn't matter.
Well, you didn't get. I mean, these were second hand, so I guess you didn't
Yeah.
get the money.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance Joe bought it while we were doing one of these podcasts because
It happens
there's a
all the
we have a
time. No, I
tendency
had-
when
I
we're-
had these-
when we're talking
I've had
about albums.
those for
We'll
a
go on
while.
Discogs. We're like, oh, I should buy that on vinyl.
Yeah. Happens.
Well,
all
if you
the
tell me that Souls at Zero has vinyl, I'll probably go get
Wow.
that right now.
Yeah.
time. I don't think it. That was.
But you didn't.
I don't think it was
these were
released
not
on vinyl, right? It was
There's no
just a
vinyl
CD, right?
of Souls at Zero, just CDs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have that. We both have. I think we all have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine. Right here.
But I can see what 3D is selling for right now. It's. Well, there's some of the copies that are like €56, and then you can get it. Oh, that's cassette for $6, so it's all over the place. But yeah,
Cassette.
The sets.
yeah I don't want to
No,
support
thank you.
cassettes. But yeah, it looks
No.
like the. Well, that's the CDs are. Yeah, the CDs are even going for a lot.
Wow.
And
That's
sorry,
cool.
it's cool.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
You know?
That is.
Maybe, but yeah, I like a re-release. Maybe they can recoup their money finally, and then you
Maybe.
can start getting money. And we'll stop buying secondhand vinyl.
Right.
Get a nice 180 gram version. That'd be nice.
Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Colored.
That would be nice.
Colored.
One
Yes.
day, maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Trick us into buying different colors. I have 3 of the last Ghost album because they put it out on different colors. How stupid am I?
That's cool.
Yeah. I got
I
sucked
just
in.
ran into an album earlier today that I'm just like, noticed that it was out in 4 different colors, and I'm like, I'd do it. And of course, it's the Muppet movies sounded out.
Nice.
Yeah, see, I did that with bases.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
I got the same Hammer Thunderbird in 4 different colors.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same but different.
Yeah, yeah. Collecting. You're just collecting.
Exactly.
That's what it is ultimately.
See here, I have 4 bases total, and don't have the money to be switching up on that.
Sometimes you want to accessorize with your wardrobe and not sacrifice sound.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to get a red one,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
exactly.
a black one.
Jennifer Holbrook says, please tell Brad the whole crew from Fisherman's Inn in Baltimore County / Sparrows Point wishes him well. We miss you guys.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember Fisherman's Inn. I think it held like 100 people if it was lucky.
Oh my god.
I was very small,
Wow.
but it was always fun. It was always
Well,
fun.
I mean, your shows were always fun. Period. So
Yeah.
it didn't matter where you were
I think
playing.
the stage was about six inches high. Shannon and I went there to see Black Flag once.
Oh my
Nice.
god, that was probably a.
Oh my God.
What year?
What year would that have been? Man. I think
Obviously,
it was
it had to have been during Hank's days, right?
it was. And I think I want to say it was on the Loose Nut tour when they put that record out, which would have been, I don't know, 85,
exactly.
86,
It had
Wow.
to have, yeah.
somewhere around there. Because then we ended up playing Slip It In during the set. We ended up playing
nice.
that song live.
That rings a bell. Yeah.
I always loved
Yeah.
Black Flag.
Yeah.
That
It
was
must have been violent seeing Black Flag at that tiny little shithole club.
It was a little bit, and I was sitting off to the side, and Shannon was out of his mind, and like he's kept running into the pit. He'd come back for a little bit, all ragged and breathing heavy, and then he would go back in. I'm like, he's like, dude, you should come on out here. I'm like, no, I'll sit right here. This is fine out here.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if
It
you do
was
that one
cool.
time, it's enough, at least for
It was a
me.
good show. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I always
Baltimore,
loved
man,
watching Henry Rollins perform. Just so intense.
Oh yeah, definitely intense. Yeah.
Yep.
Even the solo stuff's good too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Baltimore, man, we saw you guys at Hammerjacks so many times.
Oh yeah. That's what
There's a new
shirt's from.
Hammerjacks. I haven't been to the new Hammerjacks.
That was
yet,
such a
but-
great place too.
Oh yeah.
It's a shame that the guy that was talking about rebuilding the place, it never materialized into anything. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last time you were on, you were saying that was going to be the impetus for a little reunion gig.
yeah, I
with
mean, we had,
Wrathchild and-
we got together several years ago, which I think now has been 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then we thought, oh, if we're going to get back together and Hammerjacks is going to make a comeback, maybe that would be the place to play. But it just never happened.
It's a
So
shame.
Yeah. We got a couple questions like that on when we posted the thing on Facebook. Justin Miller asked, when's the reunion show? Which is, to be expected. That's going to be the number one question probably for any
Yeah.
Wrathchild fan.
Yeah.
So
and I wish I could say, but in all honesty, I don't know.
yeah.
I can remain optimistic, but who's to say?
Yeah.
Now, someone mentioned, how about a live CD, a live album? But
Yeah, except
to do
we
a
never-
live album, you got to have live recordings, or
Well,
you got
yeah. Do you have any
do a
old live
reunion show.
recordings?
If we have live recordings, they're probably they would be on cassette or something.
Oh.
yeah.
We never. Yeah,
I couldn't
there was-
record off of boards too easily,
No,
early
and there was
90s.
one. I think there was one live multi-track that was recorded somewhere in New York City when we were on tour with Testament. I can't remember the radio station that did it, and I was so close to getting the tapes, and then the guy vanished.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I think it was a place called the Ritz.
Hmm.
And I don't know, maybe it was Westwood One or
Yeah, that sounds right. Because they played that stuff on Live Voltage.
No,
Yeah.
Remember Live Voltage, and yeah, Westwood One was always Westwood One
Yeah.
presents Live Voltage, and
Yeah.
Testament was on that show.
that would have been the same one that we played too that they recorded.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still have
And
that recording. It was-
And I do have a live 2-inch reel from Again, it might be Westwood One when Souls at Zero played the Troubadour.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I do have those. You never know.
Yeah.
Just find a 2-inch machine and get it dumped down to Pro Tool or to, hard drive and mix it.
You just put it out. I mean, I don't know. You guys have the rights to the publishing, right? Or is that a legal thing?
Yeah, there's
or...
publishing rights, but it's like, well, I could just put it up for people to listen to.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. If you put it up for free, the lawyers can't come after you because you're not, you're not making any profits. So they got nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's not too much work.
Yeah. Go ahead and have fun trying to find it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty much, that's about all we have. We never really.
I feel like Tim's probably got some tapes of some shows. Do you still have any of those?
I have a really bad bootleg from the Bayou.
Just one?
Too.
Oh.
But they did play. You guys did play at that show. You played Checking Out, and you played Lost. And I want to.
I remember hearing some of the riffs. I remember hearing some of the riffs from the album before it came out.
Oh yeah. I mean, we were checking out. Yeah, and
Yep.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I was blown away. I was like, "Holy shit, these songs are good."
Yeah, Checking Out was a really good one.
Yeah, that's such a Wrathchild song. I mean, it's
Such a good groove to that.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's got a cowbell.
Yes.
There's a cowbell.
Anything is cowbell.
Hey, cowbell.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna, what do you want?
Yeah, I'll play a little bit of it since we're talking about it.
A little bit. God, it's so good.
Talking to myself again, thinking that I can change the ways I'm fooling myself again. No, I'm not the person that I think I am. I don't wanna be around, I don't wanna be around when the shit starts flying at the fan. Living in a lie, you gotta find yourself. I see you wind up sitting in a frying pan. Just because I
Just cowbell.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking cowbell, you gotta love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
to myself again.
Yeah. No, that's a great
That's
song.
such that's such a cool scream right there, just because I say hello.
Oh yeah.
That's me trying to be Steven Tyler almost, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I could see that.
Maybe a little bit of James Brown in there or something.
Back in the saddle a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And Shannon knows how to just lay back a little bit, and he does that. Like open a hi hat and just play it, God, it's perfect.
Groove, yeah.
Just
Yep.
just lay
That was
back a
one of my
little bit.
favorite songs from that record. That and Frustration.
Yeah.
And Never. I would think Never too, because it was just different.
Yeah.
I like Mind's Eye because it was so different. Mind's Eye is like almost
Mind's Eye is just
Floyd-ish.
wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great though. It's 8 minutes long, 8.5 minutes long. It's a journey, man.
Yeah,
but it's
and those
great.
vocals are triple tracked on there too.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? Nice.
There was no auto-tune back then either, by the way.
No.
Right.
My voice was never auto-tuned on any record,
Good.
ever.
Good.
Yeah. That's good. We didn't mention this, but there was actually, we mentioned the Hammerjacks. I think Hammerjacks is where you guys did. I wasn't at the show. Tim was at the show, but there was a last Wrathchild America show, first Souls of Zero show.
That's
Yeah, and we played 2 sets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's the night I had blue hair, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah. That rings a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, not only am I going to cut my hair short, but I want to dye it blue.
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Punk rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our idea. We're like, let's have this is the end of Wrathchild, and it's the birth of Souls at Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a special night.
Yeah. Good place to do it too, Hammerjacks.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Appropriate.
Yep. I remember it being a good show too.
It was really good.
We were really excited too at that time. It was like, this is a new beginning for us. It's a fresh start, and we felt really good about it.
And the songs to back it up. I mean, the songs are all good. The whole album is great. And it's, so it isn't like you're like, well, we hope you guys like this. Like these songs are great.
No, we fucking just shoved it down their throats that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there again, when it comes to that record, you can say, well, you were on an independent label and you didn't get quite the push, and
Yeah.
So
Which
it
happened
was
to
always-
Wrathchild too.
it was always something.
Yeah.
It's always, it's just
I just never understood why. It was so weird. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, this stuff is as good as anything out there. And what is wrong with people that are not picking up on this? Like, what the hell?
Yep.
I mean, as much as yes, you'll never get an answer to that question.
No,
that
I know.
that shit fucking happens. Some of my favorite bands, didn't even make it to labels that could even distribute outside of their own
Right.
backyards.
I can think of a perfect example of a band who should be huge is King's X.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I've always appreciated them, but I've never really gotten into them. The fact they've got so much different shit going on all the
Have you
time.
ever listened to Dog Man?
No.
You have to-
probably, but I you say that right now out loud, I'm not going to be able to oh yeah, that one.
No, listen to Dog Man, and then tell me that you can't. That's not some fucking heavy shit,
Well, that
And
album came
it's
out in
good.
1994.
huh?
That album came out in 1994, and we're about to do a run of albums that came out in 1994. So
I love that record. Dog
good.
Man.
Okay.
Great record.
Add it to our list.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's going over all the stuff from '94. We've
Just play the song Dog Man. That's the
play it
one,
right
man.
now. Let's have it.
Play it right now, and listen. I want to see your reaction
I like this.
because I bet you've never heard this.
I don't think so. Maybe was this a?
Well, they've got
was
a
there for this song?
video for it. So
Oh, I remember this song. I do remember this song.
Oh,
It's a good riff.
yeah. Yeah, that's
heavy.
yeah.
That's a good riff. That's a really good riff.
Yeah.
Nice little time change there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The whole record is great.
Huh.
Adding it to our
interested.
list for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they've
that's
come
kind
up
of
a few
our whole
times.
thing.
Yeah. That band's come up.
Yeah,
a few
they have.
times.
We've had some
What were we
friends who've been
supposed to
like,
talk about? Yeah, we had. Who was it? Greg?
I think it was
Greg,
Greg.
yeah.
Yeah, our friend Greg mentioned we should probably check them out. And yeah, they'll be mentioned. We'll have an episode about them this year, for sure.
Their first album was called Out of the Silent Planet. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's an Iron Maiden song.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's probably a
But what
movie
came
or
out
something.
first? It probably is.
The King's
I think it
X.
is a book or a movie, right?
Both.
It sounds familiar. Yeah. Well, we should get some of these tracks. Some of the tracks.
Yeah. Yes.
Whoa, the
It is a knot.
tracks.
Are we starting from the beginning again, or do we want to do?
Tracks.
Well, we talked about frustration a little bit, but
Well, Never was the first single, right?
Yeah, I was about to ask which songs had videos for, because I only remember Never. I think.
I think,
There
I
was
think-
Never and Grey World had a video for it as well.
I
yeah,
don't think
that's
I've ever
right.
seen
that's
that.
right.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I miss it? I must
Was
have
it
seen
different
it.
shoots, or was it the same shoot?
I think it was the same shoot.
'Cause I watched both videos, and it seemed like they were.
Very similar.
same.
And we were in a
okay.
we were in a meat locker. There was like 4 degrees or something.
Yeah, it
when
was
we shot
cold.
those videos. It was fucking freezing. And what we wanted it to look cold. We wanted to have the breath and all that.
Yeah.
So I used one of my bases that I didn't care about for those videos.
Yeah.
At least for that one video for Never, because we were going in and out of that freezing cold.
Oh yeah. Warping the hell out of your instruments. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think, but that's also the same, might have been the same bass that I used for the Surrounded by Idiots video for the mud scene.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. That's a
Like,
good
well,
idea.
I'm not using the White Hammer bass for this mud scene.
Yeah.
Well, let me play a little bit of Never.
Yeah, we had 2 videos. And that was it.
Does it?
Have you ever been left
Yeah, that
It's like to be a single soul. How do you feel?
That's so
I love
cool.
that offbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Passion for somebody you never see, or is it just an inner feeling? And it's caught somewhere in between. Never my fate to live. Never my fate to hate. Never wanna feel the cancer growing.
Man, those drums.
Yeah.
Inside of me, what I never wanna know.
So was it the videos? Whose decision was it to pick those songs? Is that a record company thing, or was that?
It was probably between the record company and us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why was it never and not checking out?
Yeah, that was my
Right, or
question.
frustration, or
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think checking
Who
out's
knows?
better. Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, we can go back to Climbing the Walls and say, why didn't you do a video for Time? Why wasn't that the single?
Yeah.
or why not
You know?
Dreamtime instead of Spy? You know, like this, like
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, it's just
yeah.
who's to say what the decision was and why, and you don't know. Just never know.
Could have been a coin flip for all.
Could have been.
I mean, Grey World. That's one of my favorites on the album. So that to me that makes sense. That's a great
Yeah.
song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
And when I hear my vocal, I'm like, damn, I was angry.
Oh yeah. It's awesome.
Serious aggression in those vocals.
Yeah.
And man, but I love the sound of my voice on that.
Yeah.
I think I mean, I wish I knew, like, I kind of remember what my recording chain was back then. I think I was like going through an LA2A was the compressor and maybe a Neve mic pre, and I can't remember what microphones they were is the thing.
Yeah.
But it's probably a combination of mics. But
I'm gonna play the end of Grey World here because yeah.
It's awesome.
Good. There's another moment of that song too. The solo in that song is really good. Oh, that part's really good too.
Yeah.
The fucking just,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who's doing the solo, but I always love this solo.
That's Barry.
Okay. Is it? Okay.
That's Jay.
Back and forth too. You got
Yep.
the different channels.
I seen it coming down.
Yeah.
Walking down naked.
Yeah, that's a great song. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't mention on Never, the song Never, Larkin does some vocals in that song.
He does, yeah. That was our
That's right.
be
Yeah.
like the Beastie Boys thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the voice box was back.
The voice box was back, yes.
Yeah.
And that was that was my talk box, I think, that I used on the Cool Kids record.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
Body Talk.
That far back. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a 306 if you want to play it.
Never wanna see, never wanna be. I got the skills to pay the bills for me. Never wanna cry, never wanna die. Never know the reasons why. How do I feel now?
Yeah.
It's easy for you.
That was Shannon. What was the other thing you were talking about? The talk box?
It's at 306.
Yeah, okay.
Trust what you can see.
Cool.
Yeah, who was doing that? You know? Oh, what metal bands?
That's Terry doing that.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. And now I don't recall if that was my talk box or if he actually got one, because I want to say he might have done that live too. I can't remember.
I remember him doing it live. It was Terry.
He had the talk box live?
Yeah, he did. It was always Terry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he would get up, he really got up in there with that thing.
Right?
It's like, good Lord.
Put that tube in your throat and
So
put the
gross.
microphone. Yeah. That's how it worked.
That's all you, buddy.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know where that tube's been.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's how that works.
Hopefully his tech really liked him. And he did,
Yeah. I know when you guys toured with Pantera, Dime came out at one point and did the talk box. That's on Desert Grins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle part.
Yeah, Dime came out and did that. Cause it was because you guys.
I think you just dip it in whiskey or vodka for a few seconds. It should be fine. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Dime wouldn't give a shit anyway.
Probably not.
There's probably already whiskey and vodka in his mouth.
Exactly. He's good.
It's cleaner than a dog's mouth.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh my God.
Hey, Brad, I don't know how often you would have a song like Grey World in your sets when, night to night, but would a song like that, would it kind of thrash your voice? Like, did you have to,
No.
you were just in it? Like,
No, that's the thing. I remember way back before, this was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years into Wrathchild, when we were doing a bunch of cover stuff, and I was singing all kinds of stuff, really high Judas Priest stuff and gravelly, Aerosmith, whatever. And I remember always wondering, like, never really having issues with my voice. And so I saw a vocal coach, and he came to see us play one night. And we did 3 1-hour sets a night in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I said, so what do you think? He's like, if you weren't singing properly, you would not be able to talk to me right now. I'm like, oh, okay, so I guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
So singing like a song like Grey World, like I just, it was get the gravel from the throat, get the power from the diaphragm. And I remember that after the first Souls at Zero record came out, I think we did a run with Life of Agony at some point. And we played 18 shows in 17 days.
Oh my God.
And my voice was better at the end of the run than it was at the beginning.
wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. As funny as that sounds, but at the same time, your throat's a muscle. Right. So the more you work it, and as long as you're working it properly, the stronger it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go in my studio at home now, and I can still sing like I sang back then.
Oh wow.
I might not hit that note in Surrounded by Idiots or some of those high notes, but the graveliness of my throat and the way I sing, it's still there.
Yeah.
I might cough and hack a little bit between lines, but it's just me in my studio, so who cares?
Yeah.
Because I'm not singing all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see that AC/DC cover that me and Jimmy did on my YouTube channel, that sounds like me.
Yeah, for sure.
No?
Yeah.
So 60 ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Well, you're healthier now than you were before too, right?
Oh.
You had the
Yeah.
heart scare, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no, Grey World was probably in our set every night, because that was one of our favorite songs.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
Look has some pretty badass screaming too.
Yeah. I don't remember how that song went.
I think a 326 is what I had for the.
Yeah, I've got
Pretty cool scream.
it's not even the scream. I love the right after the chorus, the bridge.
This is a
Right
weird
before the
solo.
solo.
It's hard to hold on to what I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into. Let's see if I can find the part that you're talking about, Keith.
Where am I? Your veins, my dream, my heart that comes from the earth. That is my home. That is myself. Where are you? Crack upon your
Jesus, that's weird.
Take a look around, it's checkmate time. Take a look around, you're out of kings and queens, and the ring is falling.
This is the part you're talking about, Keith?
Dude, that song sounds like Wrathchild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Great riff. Grooving, man. Yeah, this is I was talking about this part here.
Hard to control, hard to hold on, hard to control, hard to believe in time. Wow!
Oh, yeah.
Wow! Hard to control, hard to believe, hard to hold on, hard to control, hard to control, it's hard.
Jesus.
Awesome.
My head's gonna explode. Wow. I forgot about that song.
I was going to say, it looks like I haven't heard that one in a while.
Yeah.
There's definitely some Rollins influence in that song.
Yeah.
For sure. Take a look around, take a look around. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Take
crazy.
a look around. It's checkmate time. You're out of kings and queens. I think you guys did the chess references better than Annihilator.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, boy. Let's not revisit that.
That's wild.
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite lines, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shannon wrote a lot of lyrics on the Souls record too.
I was wondering about that, yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
drumming
he's
is
the big,
perfect.
wasn't he the big Clive Barker guy? Like,
Yeah, we both won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
We actually now let me think about it. It was either I think it was the Souls at Zero record that we wanted Clive Barker to do the cover for.
Mm.
And he said he didn't have time to do anything special for a cover, but we were welcome to pick a piece of his art to use as a cover. And we're like, we want something special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if it was the Souls at Zero record. It had to be because of the reference with the title of the chapter
Yeah.
Mhm.
from the Great and Secret Show. But yeah. Yeah. So Shannon and I were both Clive Barker fans.
Yeah. Hardline, that's a great song. That's I always love the chorus of the song, the pre-chorus of the song, both really good.
That's another heavy song. Jesus.
Pissed off song.
That's pissed off.
Slow groove.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get
Yep.
there.
You turn your head. You never hear the truth upon their fears. Cuts down to bone.
I love this part.
It's so easy to be one of the mass with your head shoved up your ass. Just think about what it is that you want. Don't take shit from anyone. Don't be deaf, dumb, and blind.
You got some distortion on your voice there too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Like that.
That little bass lick that you have in there is. I didn't notice how much that makes a difference in the song until I heard the demo version from '66. It's like, man, I'm glad he put that in there.
That wasn't the bass riff in the demo version, was it?
Yeah, no. So it just adds that little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good bass tone too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of the mass with your head shoved up your. Just think about what it is that you want. Don't take shit from anyone. When it's over, it's done. Hard line, hard line. Take a hard line, hard line, hard line, hard line. Take a hard line.
That's Rollins right there, all over.
The drum fill. There you go.
Some Rototoms.
The Rototoms, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot that song's that was one of Jay's, I think. That song.
Fucking
I
good
think
song.
Jay might have wrote some of the lyrics to that one as well.
Man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that chorus always, like for the first few times I heard it, I had to get used to it. I was like, where does it come in? The hard line?
it's like it's like what do you do
Yeah.
with that riff? How do you sing over that riff?
line?
Yeah, it's a
exactly.
weird timing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And has that line, don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining.
yeah, that was one of Jay's lines. He was always saying that. Don't piss on my back, tell me it's raining.
Yeah, we were talking about that in our chat. That line because it was in a Eastwood movie.
It's an Outlaw Josie Wales. I love
Yeah,
this.
there's kind of there's been variations going back for like 300 years or something.
Oh wow.
Piss or
I don't know about 300 years.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't always piss. It was like some other like spit on me or I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was something. But yeah, I didn't know that was in a. I didn't know that was from a movie.
Yeah, it's an Outlaw Josie
I
Wales.
didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Just thought that was something Jay said.
It's probably just a saying, and they just
Yeah.
put it in the movie.
They put it in the movie.
I just remembered it for some reason. I was like, that's in that
Jay
movie.
is
Yeah.
Do you see Jay often anymore?
No, not that often.
Yeah.
No. It's been a couple of years now since I've seen him.
Yeah.
Is he also in Florida? Is that
He
right,
is.
or- Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they're all in Florida except for me.
Yeah, I know Terry's still playing out. I see his band, like he's doing cover band stuff.
Yeah,
So-
he's actually playing with Shannon too in Shannon's side band,
Oh, nice. I
nice.
didn't know that.
Apocalypse Blues Review.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, I think they just did another record together that Shannon's going to put out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Definitely check that out.
I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. That's great.
That's cool.
Yep.
Lost. That song opens so friggin' heavy.
Oh my God.
It's fantastic.
Is that the one that opens? Oh yeah. No, not the Scream.
Oh, not the Scream. No, that's which one is that?
Not you.
Yeah, not you. Yeah. Perfect use of that bell too.
Yeah.
There's some really good drum moments in this song too.
Oh my God. Yeah. But again, here he's just laying back. He's not
Right.
just not doing too much. It's good.
That's heavy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice and heavy. There's a double bass part in this song that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah. When it gets to that, holding it out,
Yeah.
Your mind, do you open your mouth? If you
love this part.
open your mouth, do you open your legs? If you open your eyes, you'll realize that an open heart is an open
Yeah.
What? Jesus.
If I knock on your door, will you open it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember, I clearly remember seeing that at the Bayou. Seeing you guys, you were still Wrathchild.
Yeah.
You played that, and you guys, we're gonna play some new songs for you guys, and you played that, and it was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
what is
on the
going
floor.
on? Yeah, I was like, this is so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those were some of Shannon's lyrics too on that one.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Nice.
And I remember when we wrote that song, I'm like, Jesus, this is heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but we were intentionally trying to do stuff that was, just a slower and heavier and not put as many notes in.
Yeah.
It gives things more space.
Yeah. It's
Just
kind of
let
a
it
lost
take it.
art a little bit. Yeah.
It is.
I love that. Yeah. It's just just kick back a little bit and lean back a little bit, let it slow down and just let that be what it is. And just,
Well, the thing is, I remember vividly when we would be writing songs, how we always felt like it always had to go into another part. Like we need an intro, and then we need a verse, and then we need a bridge and a chorus and a lead section, whatever. And goddamn, if you could never use the same riff for two things in a row. It's like, how could you do that? That's boring, right? But then listen to Sweet Home Alabama and how simple it is.
Yeah.
And the chorus is the same as the verse.
Yeah.
We could never write a song like that because it would be boring to us.
yeah.
But when I hear those types of songs now, I'm like, that's so simple. But if I ask my wife, do you realize how simple Sweet Home Alabama is? She wouldn't know.
Right. Yeah.
She just knows that it's a good song.
Yep.
And that's where we always felt like we got to keep the audience interested and on their toes. Never thinking maybe it's too complicated. But even that song right there, there's some complicated shit going on in there. So even though we changed our name, it was still Wrathchild.
Oh yeah.
We're still writing like that. Our songwriting style simplified a tiny bit, but then there was intricacies when we could throw it in and fuck with people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon doing fucking 30-second notes or whatever the hell they were.
Well,
How do you
considering
even do that?
like this, if you say that this album from the one before, from 3D, is like letting things breathe more, it's just funny because we were just talking about Dark Side of the Moon a few months ago on our podcast, and that's really an album of really letting things breathe and keeping it simple. But to think that
this was like being simple.
Yeah, like if this is your version of being simple, like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I get it. Like it is compared to 3D. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever really got simple until A Taste for the Perverse. That's when it got a little more simple.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It was impossible for us. We got bored. Well,
it wasn't. Well, like for us as fans, it wasn't like we got the album. We're like, what? Like what happened to these guys? Could they forget how to play? It wasn't like that, It was
right.
We didn't miss we heard that stuff and we're like, this is what we're fucking into now, and we we ate it up.
Oh yeah, God, I played this album like crazy. Good Lord, I played this album so much when it came out. Holy shit, it was on repeat. Man.
That shit's heavy. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And live, it was even more just devastating. It was just like, oh, yeah. This is so good.
Yeah.
And probably a little faster because we could never seem to slow down.
I'll have to go listen. I have this. This is one of the songs you guys played that night in 92.
Yeah.
And that bootleg I have.
He played it faster and he did that double bass part.
It's possible.
I don't know. Maybe not that part.
I didn't make that part.
But I do remember. I remember several years ago when we got together to jam, and our friend Yit had sent some videos to Shannon for us to watch of old shows just for the fun of it because we were hanging out. And I'm watching us play on stage, and I'm like, oh my God, like to watch my younger self and how fast we played shit and how tight we were. I'm like, oh my God, we were so tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did I fucking sing that and play that at the same time? And we're all together. I'm like, man.
It's just years of doing it over and over and over and over.
Exactly.
Just muscle memory and
muscle memory.
Second
think
nature.
about it. Yeah. But yeah, you were really, everything was always so tight with you guys. It was always like, you could stop on a dime and in time. And it was like, what? How? What? This is
it's like we were just, the four of us were just in sync together. somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, Shannon and I were really in sync, and then the rest, it's just like,
Yeah.
we just, I don't even know how to explain what we did. We just did it,
Yeah.
It just happened. That's why if we can never play with all four of us, we will never do a show. It would never be the same.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it wouldn't be the same. You need every member of that band for sure. Yeah. There's another in Souls of Zero, the song Souls of Zero. So this is one of the albums where you have the the name of the band, the name of the song, and the name of the album.
Yeah.
You got one.
Got it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another good use of double bass in this song though. This is an awesome song. Another one of my favorites.
This is a good headphone song. So I listened to the album on headphones and I was like, there's some cool vocal stuff going on in this.
Yeah.
Especially in the chorus.
When we tune down to D for, I think.
That bass is growling.
And you got the steady groove going too.
As the sun rises, so do I. Trying to shake the numbness I feel. They say life's hard, then it's taken away.
This is one of my favorite vocal melodies you do. The verse here is, I love how it plays with what's going on with the music.
That's pretty
Your
good.
time signature.
Oh, yeah.
Ripped apart by the pain one more time. And it's no big deal. Is it worth the time to change my mind? I see souls at zero.
There you got the two channels.
Yeah.
You get to that cool double bass thing I was talking about.
Souls at zero. I live. Some say the body dies, but not the soul it will.
That thing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So what I feel
Little double bass riff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
real and not to be
That's the problem with this album. I just want to keep playing every part of it.
I know. Just so good.
That part's really cool. The groove right there is really
I'm
cool.
hearing so much
Solo's great
more
there.
of the vocals with these headphones. These out of
Yeah.
these bone headphones.
The bone connection.
Yeah, I'm hearing all
connecting,
that
yeah.
extra Brad vocals going on.
Yeah.
I need to. I always say this. I need to listen with totally different headphones and not just in my car. when I
Yeah.
listen to these things.
Yeah. Makes a huge difference.
It really
When
does.
we talked about Pink Floyd, we were like, man, that bands have gotten away from using separation, like left and right channels, and just taking advantage of that. It's kind of gone away, it seems like. And it's it's a cool effect. And it's like, especially in metal, I don't hear it a lot in metal anymore.
No,
just
it's
kinda
like, no, it's like they want to use up all the space that there is in the dynamic range.
yeah.
Things don't breathe, and there's 147 guitar parts and tracks, and
Yeah.
everything's perfect.
Right. Yeah. It's all quantized, and it's just like,
Yeah.
man, it's not organic anymore. And I like hearing separation. I like hearing like weird stuff going on. And maybe you don't hear it in the car, but you put headphones on and you're like, whoa, that's fucking awesome. What the hell's going on?
Yep.
Yeah. And the Pink Floyd, and listen, Dark Side of the Moon was full of that, obviously. It was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Full of it.
Yeah.
That's such a great record.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 years. You believe that? It's crazy.
Yeah.
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 Well, we talked about Grey World. Not You was the one that you were talking about earlier, brother. It opens with that scream.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I'm being murdered.
Well, you weren't in Baltimore, so maybe you were.
Did you get lightheaded after that scream?
I might have. There's a very good chance.
Need some oxygen over here.
It's like when you have
Weird
it's like
riff.
when you have to do the spirometer test at the doctor. Keep going, keep breathing,
Right.
keep breathing. This feels more Wrathchild, I think, than
Yes.
anything else in the album,
Yeah.
probably.
Shannon vocals here too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Face knocking at the door. Get ready, another spoon. I know that this time I can see through you. Check it out, I've lost frustration. Time is not to take a hard line.
Oh yeah, this is the song that has all the.
Yeah, all the song titles in it.
Repetition is a bore, and I've heard it all before. Every single word you said, maybe this is ahead.
So is this one of the
Shannon lyrics right
obviously-
there.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously lyrically, it must have been one of the last written songs. But I mean, is this? Do you remember? Is this one of the last songs you wrote for the album? Because it seems like it's,
It might
it
might be towards the tail end. That's
yeah.
definitely Shannon's lyrics in this song, though, for sure.
Okay.
Well, you said repetition is a bore, and you were saying you didn't want songs that repeated the same, riff. So
Right? Exactly.
repetition is a bore.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't recall what was going on when we were writing this song and what possessed me to start. Let's start this song out with a blood curdling scream. Something's got to happen here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
It's a cool way to open a guitar solo on this song too, I thought. Yeah. I love that. Cool.
That's Terry for sure.
Yeah. One thing we haven't really talked about is the guitar work on this album. I feel like both Jay and Terry did some different things on this album that they hadn't really done on Wrathchild albums before. Just different techniques and things that they were kind of experimenting with a little bit that I really enjoy a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Just a perfect example of the way that solo opens right there. That little
That's
whammy.
just bizarre.
Yeah.
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 It's really cool. Yeah. I always found them fun to watch live. Such good guitar players.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
gosh.
Really
Oh, yeah.
underrated. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the beauty
know
of
Terry's-
on record too. We just did what can we do here?
Yeah.
Nobody was producing Terry and Jay, really. I mean,
Right.
we all had our input, but when it came time for them to do solos, go at it.
Yeah.
What were their main? Were they both Stratocaster guys? I can't
No,
remember.
Terry played Gibsons, though, I think for the most part. It was Flying V or Explorer or
Oh,
SG or
yeah,
Les
that's right.
Paul. And Jay was always pretty much a Strat guy, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. The
Yeah.
Flying V, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, because Terry was always, he's into Angus and Michael Schenker.
I wasn't at all a gear guy when I was a teenager, so I was like, I don't know, whatever.
What's that?
I wasn't a gear guy at all, so back then. So I was like, I don't remember what anybody used when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crowded Head. That's another one.
Crowded Head.
Awesome chorus. Remember this one?
I remember it. I remember this being kind of weird too, wasn't it? A little bit. The bird. Yep. I think this was one of the last songs
Okay.
that we worked on probably.
Sometimes I get the urge to crawl inside a web this feeling. Those times I must forget in order to escape, in order not to rain what's left. I hope the light is still on upstairs.
Let me get to the chorus because there's a cool. I just love the way just the chorus itself is great, and then there's a little ride thing that Shannon does at the end of the chorus too. It's really cool.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna get in here. No one's ever gonna get inside. Stand behind the wall and there's a crowd. You'll just have to wait in line. No one's ever gonna get in here. No one's ever gonna get inside. Stand behind the wall and there's a crowd. Inside my head.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Inside my head.
There's Wrathchild in there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yep.
Yep.
And welcome to the '90s. So that's almost like Surrounded by Idiots Part 2 in a way.
You know what? Well, I think Welcome to the 90s was one of the first songs we wrote with
Oh, really?
frustration and
Check it
check
out.
it out. And yeah, because
Loss.
that's really Wrathchild.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the verse to the ska bridge and it's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so rational.
that was
yeah.
definitely, we were still called Wrathchild when we wrote that song for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we saw you play
100%.
that with
Yeah.
as Wrathchild
Definitely.
live.
I'm sure you did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of remember Shannon came up with the lyrics of this song too, and we were in my apartment. Herndon.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where Tim and I grew up. So.
Yep. And he came up
Yeah,
with
Tim,
this.
Tim delivered a pizza this
I did too, but
Oh, did you? Shannon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so drunk. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Sure he was.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
What's up, man?
Another scream.
Yeah.
Sitting on the front step, watching as the sun sets. I'm thinking about the front page, the backyard truck walls outrage. Feeling like a Frankenstein outcast. People's high stakes, no cash. Instead of getting
Oh, Shannon.
Yeah.
Welcome to the 90s. Welcome to hell.
That's so great.
Yep.
Yeah, that's total Wrathchild.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yep.
Just to stay in the race. Shake my head, break my face.
Yeah.
was that an acoustic
that's-
guitar right there?
It was acoustic laid over top of the electric, I think. Yeah. Sounded
Yeah.
like it. I don't remember doing that, but I think that was Jay's riff there, that little yeah.
Yeah.
That was him.
That's so cool.
That's wild.
There's yeah.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that bridge. Let's see if I can find that. I didn't take a note on it, but
Let me see if I did.
Right after the first verse.
Was cartoons getting prime time? Was that The Simpsons? Was that what's
Yes.
going on? Okay.
Yes, it was.
And now it's half of Fox prime time is cartoons now.
Right?
yeah, I know. Write a sequel. Welcome to the 2020s.
Oh God. That's way worse.
Yeah.
Well, Ghost has the 20s.
That's
That's
true,
right.
they do. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
little breakdown.
Ain't it funny how the times change? You look at half the world, you look at mushy brains. Yeah, we know our backs against the wall. You wanna fuck someone, fuck yourself. Ain't it funny how the times change?
So good. I love that.
Ramones in there.
Yeah.
Seeing all the animals, I'm checking out the landscape, cutting through the red tape. Fools touch the string, like a city's working overtime. College kids are bar dry, cops is getting prime time.
Man. That's a fun song.
Yeah.
Wow. That's Wrathchild written all over that song.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's so well written. It's so well done. Just, you know.
Yeah. That's
You think you can pick up the bass right now and be able to play that song again?
that song? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do. I might have to listen to it a couple of times, but as far as playing all the riffs,
Yeah. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yep. I
That
got
would be a lot.
in the room right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a cool song to hear live again for sure.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had posted myself sitting in my studio playing the White Hammer, playing that riff.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I posted it to Facebook or something. I'll have to go back and look at that. But I think I did. I got to keep playing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's,
Yeah. How do you
Joe
know?
and I are in a band now. It's part of our, it's part of who we are.
Yeah,
being a
it
musician.
is. Music is all I know,
Yeah.
What
If
keeps
I couldn't
it
do that, then we'd be like
keep
losing a
going.
limb or something. You know what I mean?
right?
So,
I was just thinking this morning, I was like, because we had a gig last night, and I was like, man, I'd rather do that for my job. I don't want to get that.
well, yeah.
Man, that's
Right?
so much more
Well, why
fun.
don't you put out a resume? Get that into the.
Well,
Who to give it to? Put it on Monster.
You're right.
I want to be in a
Rockstar
full-time
dreams
band.
faded away a long time ago.
I don't even have to be a rock star.
Unfortunately.
Just do that every night.
Right, exactly.
I mean, to be like
If it paid a little
Taylor
better,
Swift's
maybe.
bassist.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess we need some
who
more
knows
money.
who the fuck that guy is? But that guy is doing perfectly fine right now.
Not going to live off $400 a gig. Sorry.
No.
No, that's not going to cut it.
No.
All right. Last song is Mind's Eye, which I mentioned earlier was one of my favorites. That one's got so many interesting parts.
It's different, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to close the album with it is kind of bold, actually.
Yeah. True. And we didn't mention the 66 EP yet either, which came out in 94. It actually is celebrating a 30-year anniversary.
Wow, yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go with this song. It's 8.5 minutes long, so
I don't even remember what the inspiration for that song was either.
there's definitely some Pink Floyd moments in there for sure.
Yeah.
I think more toward the middle, maybe. Great chorus, though. Let me see what I can find here. This might be the...
Yeah, this part's so good.
Yeah.
Or so. Oh yeah.
Is that a fretless bass?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Might have been a 12-string bass.
Oh, okay.
I think it was on this one. Box.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just get such Pink Floyd vibes from this whole part, though. You know, David Gilmour solo type stuff there.
Yeah.
Terry was a huge Gilmore freak.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, that whole part is just fantastic.
Oh,
So
So, man, that's good shit right there.
Yeah, it is.
Takes you back. Huh?
I just had a little bit of emotion come out in me right there in that part.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
How about that?
that's good.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
I think
that's-
that's the perfect spot to put that song on the album too. Like,
Think so? Yeah.
Well, yeah, at the end of it,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
It's an epic
us
journey
doing
right at the
what we
end.
wanted
Yeah.
to do. That was Pink Floyd and whatever other influence there was in there. Just let it go. Again, adding just space.
Yeah.
Single hits on the low E and
Yep.
vocals.
Yeah, and the drums too. He's just really simple. Just a little bit of bounce on the ride, and then just snare. And
Yeah.
one bass drum hit, and that's it. And that's confidence too. If you can have the confidence to say, "I'm not going to do much here,"
Right.
you know, and it's fine because I know I can blow your head off if I want to. I'm just not going to right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
No one.
Yeah, bands have gotten
not
away from
to
that for
play.
sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he does that all the
I
time
know.
on this album. He's like, I'm not going to do anything here because I don't need to. I'm just going to do
Right.
open hi-hat, single bass drum, and just snare, and that's it. And it's like, that's perfect.
When the
That's all
beauty
you
of
had
that
to do.
song in the verses was just let the vocals carry it. Let
Yeah,
there be
right.
space and the openness of the chords and
Yeah.
simplicity.
Yeah. And on headphones as well. It's another one that's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I agree with Tim that bands have gotten away from that. I mean, it seems like it's just a show off. You know, it's just a look at
Competition.
me.
Yeah.
It's competition.
Yeah.
You know, it's like look how fast I can play, and
Yeah. Nobody
don't
thinks
feel like there's enough
of
bands.
the head candy anymore. The
No,
ear
I wish
No.
it's a shame because
No.
it's so much fun. Even if you don't, like I said, if you don't notice in your car, great, whatever. But you put headphones on, you're like, oh man, this is a whole different experience.
Yeah.
This album's completely new to me now. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
There's
And
still a few bands that like Mastodon may do a little bit of that.
I think they do.
Mastodon takes their production really seriously. I think, especially their last couple albums.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that's a good example of a band that knows how to lay back a little bit too when they need to.
Yeah, they're an interesting band for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
But there's not many that
Well,
still do it.
we want to grade this album. So
You
I
guys
don't know if you.
Yeah.
Easy for us.
We always
right?
grade the albums we talk about. So
Yeah, A through F. We give it an A through F.
A plus
Right.
through F minus.
A plus these
Yeah, A plus through F
We've
minus.
done F minuses before. They-
There have been F
Yeah.
There's been a
minuses.
couple F minuses. Yeah,
Yeah,
there
there
have
have
been. Believe it or not. I mean, for me, it's an A plus for me. It's start to finish. This is a great album. Nothing wrong with it in my eyes. So
I can't
Yeah.
think of you know, like, let's face it, you know, you have a great album, but you're gonna have like a few down spots or at least a bad song. I'm not gonna go A plus. I'm gonna go A. So you know, just,
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go A plus. It's always been one of my favorite albums since. I mean, we probably got it the day it came out. It was probably a
Yeah, I'm sure
Tuesday.
we
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I still have the CD somewhere. Actually, I
sure?
burned it on. I burned it into the cloud, so that's what I listen to now.
But he did purchase it at one point.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah.
all did. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
it's
had the,
A
I probably had the
plus.
tape too. Honestly,
yeah, you probably were like. I remember you always like, you know, in between, you know, second and third period in high school. That's where Joe and I know each other from. You'd always, man, you got to check out the Souls at Zero shit, and you know. Yes, that's
cool.
during high school in that would have been 92. So
I feel like there's a
Yeah.
tipping point. You gotta like hear it from like three of different of your friends before you like. Okay, I'll check out the album. Because I did the same thing with Pantera a few years before, and nobody listened to me until Vulgar came out. And they're like, "Oh, have you heard of Pantera?" I was like, "Shut up!" I fucking showed them to you already, but okay. Well,
do we wanna talk a
finally,
little bit about
after
the-
30 years, Keith, here you go.
Yeah, right.
Well, my grade is A plus as well. Not because Brad's here either. Just
I
the
was
fact
going to
that
say, you guys don't have to give it an A plus because I'm
no,
here.
that's not why. This album was
No,
on
no,
constant repeat in my car
Yeah.
in '93 and beyond, and I was always proud of the fact that there's a band from our area where we grew up. It was one of my favorite bands, and that wasn't the reason why. It wasn't like I wasn't like a homer. It was just like this
You
band
probably
is
did-
fucking great.
You probably did see him more because of that, though.
I saw
I'm sure we all did,
Drum,
but
yeah, more than any band ever, but just for the fact that it was easy to see you guys in wherever, locally,
Bayou, Hammer Jacks,
wherever else you can, anywhere else.
Jax.
Yeah.
The Copa, whatever it was called first.
Yeah, the Copa.
What was it? Jimmy's ate that place in Arlington. We talked about it last time. We had to sneak
that
in.
weird.
Nick's. That's what it was.
Nick's. Yeah.
No, Nick's. Yeah,
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
Richie Coliseum with
Yeah, that was in College Park, wasn't it?
yeah.
Across from the Paragon or somewhere near the Paragon.
Yeah.
Remember that place, the Paragon?
It rings a bell. Yeah.
No.
I know.
Nick's was the show where I think we saw you guys on. I think it was a Taste for the Perverse, and
There's before that was
we weren't was it okay? We weren't 21 yet, and we snuck in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, snuck
Cool.
in. Gave you guys our demo.
It was
Here, this is our demo.
Jamie had just joined the band, I think.
So Jamie was playing drums then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We listened to most of the show outside, and then a fight broke out, and the bouncers all ran out, and then we were like, let's go listen, hang out.
that's our
cue.
I could kind of see the inside of that place right now.
It was small.
I don't think the stage was very high at that place
No.
either.
It was like a modular business building, wasn't it? It was like I don't even think it was.
And the stage was kind of off to the side of the room, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was small.
And one side of the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a wall.
Yeah.
Stage left, there was a wall there, I think.
And then there was a bar in the back, I think.
Yep, a bar in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
That's what
talking to Jamie about the drums, and I was like, "You don't do double bass like Shannon did." And he's like, "No, I don't do that." And I was like, "Oh, how dare you?"
Yeah.
He didn't.
Did not.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of you either do or you don't. I mean, it's
Right. And that was Shannon's thing,
yeah.
But Shannon suggested, hey, Jamie's the guy for you guys. He's the guy.
Was he a tech or something?
No.
How'd they know each other?
Jamie played drums in one of Shannon's side bands.
Oh, okay. I think they both played for Snot, I believe.
Why can't I remember?
Was it MF Pitbulls or something like that?
That was it. Pitbulls.
Yeah.
Jamie,
Yeah,
the
okay.
drummer in Pitbulls.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I had worked with Jamie in the studio, and he was in a band called Mary Suicide.
Okay.
He was a drummer in that. But yeah,
Gotcha.
Shannon always said he's the guy.
Yeah.
It was for the most part. He played Shannon's stuff well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
Just
back
not
and
the
listened
double
to the
bass.
tape.
No, yeah, it was fine.
But,
It wasn't like it was terrible. It was just different. Yeah.
Yep, it was just different.
Yeah.
That was kind of the beginning of the end, but we didn't really see it.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing was the same after that.
yeah. I mean, how do you replace Shannon? I mean, Shannon's.
Then he started the band, with him,
Right.
Barry and Kevin. So
Yeah.
I mean, that was 94. I remember the day that he called me and said that he's going to take the gig. And I'm like, fucking cried like a baby after I hung up the phone because
Oh,
he's my
man.
brother. But at the same time, I was happy for him because he had the balls to take a step and go
that
for it. He was
Ugly Kid
talented.
Joe, or was that?
That was Ugly Kid Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we
Yeah.
watched him audition. We watched him rehearse. I never saw him audition, but he rehearsed to go out and audition for Slayer.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
We were
should've
in, I think we were in Texas at the time, and we were hanging out with the Pantera guys, and Shannon he was in somebody's garage rehearsing like Rain and Blood and shit to go out and audition. And of course, we were like, man, on one hand, hope he doesn't get the gig, but on the other hand, he's fucking auditioned for Slayer. I hope he gets it. It's like, this
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not wish the best for your friend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but
Yeah.
hey, it's
Yeah.
fucking. You're talented. You deserve that next step.
Yeah.
And right after he took the Ugly Kid Joe, right after he committed to Ugly Kid Joe, I think he got a call from Rob Zombie that he could have had the White Zombie gig,
Oh my god.
but
Really?
he had already committed.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And he's a man of his word. And after he makes a commitment, that's that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So-
he's with Godsmack now, so
Yep. He's doing well.
making a good living. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we were on.
Although I
the
saw
other
something
day.
about how Godsmack's next album might be their last one, or I believe I saw something about that.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's the plan.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Well, we're all getting up there in age, so.
Yep.
But I mean, Shannon can find work, I think. That shouldn't be a
yeah.
problem.
I don't think he's worried about anything.
I don't
Maybe
think so.
maybe there'll be time for that reunion for you guys.
Maybe we'll find time to remix those records or something.
And
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't want to take credit
Get
for
into
this.
something.
I don't want our podcast to take credit for this, but I'm just going to lay out. I'm going to lay out the timeline here. Well, you don't know where I'm going with this yet, Keith. So we've had Craig LaCicero on a few times from Forbidden, and there was, what was it, about 4 or 5 years ago when we first had him on? No talk of Forbidden reunion, and then go through a couple episodes with him, and what are they doing now? The band's back together. So
We're back together.
like I said, I don't want us to take credit for that discussion.
Yes,
but
yes, you probably shouldn't. Yeah.
well, I'm just saying, if you just look at the timeline.
This is a
Timeline
stepping
worked
stone.
That's working.
Stepping stone to a reunion.
There you go.
Yes, that's right.
We did do Pink Floyd, and maybe Roger Waters will get back together.
Well, he wasn't on the show though, so that's the key.
That's the
that's a
show.
good point.
Yeah, we just couldn't get him for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Fell through at the last second.
Yeah.
Couldn't get Roger to come on.
Yeah, just couldn't. I don't know why.
No.
That would be
Oh,
fun
hell.
to have him on.
I don't know. What do you? Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Just let him go. Just say,
Yeah,
start
that's
talking.
yeah. Just start talking.
Exactly. Just
microphone.
bring up a subject and he'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did we want to talk about the 66 EP real
I would
quick?
love
mean,
to if
anything-
you have time.
Yeah.
bro. I mean, it's,
Sure. Yeah.
doesn't have to be a lot, but there's some
Got
good
some cool
let's do it.
songs on that.
This is actually a really fucking awesome EP. Did you listen to it,
It
Keith?
is.
Nope.
You should.
I'm
You
fired.
still should. It's
I feel like we didn't know this was coming out when it came out. We were at the music store and we saw this. We're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just was like a
that seems right.
surprise. And then we're like, holy shit,
And I can't even remember why or the inspiration for wanting to put this EP out. I don't know if the label said you got to put something out, and then we're like, well,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll write some songs and maybe we'll do some cover songs or what. I can't even remember.
Yeah, so you've got 3 originals and you've got the Hardline demo,
Yep.
and then the Bad Brains cover, Eye Against Eye, and then when the shit hits the fan.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't recall who
Circle Jerks.
wrote that original.
Circle Jerks.
Circle Jerks, okay.
Yep. And Shannon sang that record. Sang that song.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
played guitar on it.
Oh no shit.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep.
Play a little bit of that one. Keith knows this one. Keith's our resident punk rocker on the show.
Inflation, recession is the land of the free. Waiting on employment lines. Blame the government for hard times. We just get by, however we can. We all have to duck. Where the shit is a bed. 10 kids in a Cadillac. Standing up.
Did you play this live? Because
Yeah, we probably did. Yeah.
how the hell is he doing that and singing it?
Because he's
Well, because he's overdubbing the vocals. He's not.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Live?
Live. Did he do that live? Because that's insane.
When the shit is a bed.
I'm pretty sure we played this live.
Yeah. I would have loved to see. I mean, maybe I did see it. I don't remember it. Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, it's a Circle Jerks drum beat, so he probably could have had somebody at the bar, a bartender, come up and play the drum track for the whole.
Yeah, that's true.
I love Greg Hedson. I love Morris. Let's face it.
Wait, are you
nothing-
saying he's not covering the drums note for note from the original? Is that what you're saying?
Probably. I mean, there's nothing that I love the Circle Jerks, but there's not a whole lot of
That sort of drum work wasn't on
Intricate
the
drums.
original, I don't
Yeah,
think.
I would doubt it.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
I doubt it.
probably.
A little simpler than that, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
That was
and the
some
song's
shit.
a little slower than the original, I think. It's a little slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
You guys thrashed it up a little bit.
yeah. It's a cool tune though.
It is.
You hear that back,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck, that's cool.
And then you did the Bad Brains one, which Keith, you haven't heard this yet either.
That's a weird fucking intro right there.
It's very weird.
Quest for the test of fulfilling achievement. Everybody's wanting in it just to suit themselves. When the nothing that matters is just old kid and stay the hell with him to anyone else. So tell me why did you have to lie? Trying to make me all confused about the USA. When the nothing that matters is just old kid. I'm ahead of understand. I'll say what I say. I don't wanna have I go against I. I don't wanna have I go against I. What am I to you? The same old story. No facts or glory. I against I against I against I against. Well, I say don't like it. I know don't want it. I against I against I against I against. Almighty watching.
This is one of the bad. Like I was never a big Bad Brains guy, but this is the one of the songs that I actually did know because
Yeah,
I think
this is
a lot of
cool
bands
too.
covered
The
that
original.
one. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Little Bad Brains.
We like the Bad Brains.
Yeah.
I'm the
guys.
only, I'm the, the punk on the Metalhead show. So I'm a huge Bad Boy Brands fan, and we've done a few of their, or at least two of their albums,
At least
and
one.
they've not gone over too well. They've
No,
not,
we
they haven't gotten the same grade level as Silver Zero did. So.
Okay.
So that's
You know.
well,
I Against I was a good record, though. That was a good Bad Brains record.
Let's face it, they're Rock for Light,
Oh, yeah.
Youth Are Getting Restless, good live album.
I saw them live once. They were killer.
That's the thing. Like
I think
Back-
Band in
back-
DC is what we did, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
they switched the name to Soul Brains back in the '90s for whatever reason, and
Probably because of HR or something.
yeah, well, HR, he's not doing too well right now. He's got chronic headaches, but one way or another, they are one hell of a band. I don't know if anybody listens to their recent stuff, but Into the Future and the fucking last one they put out are fucking phenomenal. Hey, my own opinion.
we have to at least talk about Underneath. I don't know if you're gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
through all of them, but
Definitely
that
going to talk
song's
about that song.
Heavy.
That's a heavy song.
yeah.
Oh,
And it's got like extra noises going on. Like it's all the stuff that we love.
I love the.
so perfect.
Yeah.
It's a J-Roll.
Don't break into that. There might be something alive in there. Shallow
Yeah, that's lyric.
You don't understand.
Now, were these written for Souls Zero album, and they were leftovers, or
No, these were just probably the next group of songs we wrote.
okay?
Maybe sleeping underneath the flesh. It's not imagination. I know it all too well. It's not my life that I get to tell. God help me.
Oh, I love that. That's so good.
God damn, that's heavy.
That is super
Yeah, I
heavy.
know.
Man.
I always liked that song. I forgot about that one.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that God help me. That's so great.
Yeah, we might have wrote that. We might have wrote some of these in the studio, maybe, or we're
Okay.
finishing them up in the studio because maybe the label wanted us to put something out to hold
Yeah.
people over to the next record or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Well, the other two originals, Don't Ask and Flies. Flies is kind of the
Flies is a fucking weird one.
2 minutes.
That's a
left in the
Shannon song right there. Flies is a Shannon song.
That riff.
From inside, where this dead meat is gonna be fried.
So are those flies' wings on the cover?
Yeah.
Okay. Finally put that together. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yep, fly wings.
Yeah, that's you can tell. Like that's quintessential Shannon right there.
Yeah.
That whole song is like.
Is flies fucking lies? Is that what's going on there?
No, it's flies.
Okay. I think in the song he says fucking lies, and I was like, is he just
I don't know. I don't think he does, but
okay?
definitely. No, it was all about flies.
Okay.
What did he say? Something about maggots and the shit and
Probably.
yeah, you see all the flies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is 66, is that a reference to the wonderful Interstate?
No, that was a reference to recorded and mixed in the month of June, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
66, and it was 66 June.
Yeah, there's not much on the insert about it, so
Can't remember 66, but yeah, it was always just 66. But what was this? Is there 6 songs on that?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay, 6 songs recorded mixed in the month of June. That's what it was.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
The answer is that. Nice.
Yep.
And then, hey, why not the covers fly wings? I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah,
Need a cover. I don't know. How about a picture of fly wings? I don't know whose fucking idea that was. Could have been Shannon. I don't know.
Yeah. There was one question somebody asked that we didn't. I don't think we asked it from Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Tommy Pearson said, "Were there songs recorded for the first 2 albums that didn't make the final releases?"
The first 2 albums, as in,
Wrathchild.
you know, there was a song that we recorded that I don't know that we ever finished it on the first Wrathchild record. We actually recorded it in the studio because we're trying to come up. I forget what the premise of recording another song was, but I think the label just wanted us to see if we could come up with something else.
Okay.
But it never got finished. And for the second record, believe it or not, we recorded a cover version of Witchcraft by Frank Sinatra, which we, yeah. And we recorded it. We recorded it with the original playing in the background so we could play it exactly like Frank's version.
Oh my God.
But it never got finished.
Mm.
And I don't think there was anything else
Okay.
that was left over from that second record.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Cool.
Although my memory is a little foggy from those days.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think so.
In a few years, yeah.
yeah. And then
don't-
Mo Carroll said, "Tell him I'm still waiting for that third Wrathchild record." And I'm like, "It's called Souls at Zero."
It's called
right.
exactly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that is
That's
the
the
third
one.
Wrathchild
That's
record.
the one regret that things might have had a different outcome had the label pushed us as formerly Wrathchild America
Mm.
when they put
Yeah.
the
That is something I see a lot. Like when people comment about this, about the first Souls at
we
Zero.
didn't
album, is-
know.
Yeah, they didn't know, and they're like, I picked it up and I saw the guys from Wrathchild on the back,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Well, what is this?" You know, and then they realize, "Oh, this is those guys," and it's like,
Yeah.
man, that.
Yep. And I don't remember whose decision that was, if it was the label or ours. Oh, let's push us as a new band. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
So,
wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, well, what
it's not a good
are you
idea.
going to do?
So I'm gonna blame it on the label.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been
Yeah,
our
yeah.
idea.
No, there's no way.
No way. Not that fucking hell.
The only other song we didn't talk about on 66 was Don't Ask, which is the opener.
Yeah.
You can play a little bit of that. That sounds tuned down.
Yeah, it is tuned down.
It's got a big groove.
Yeah.
I got no time to think about it. Confirmation
Shannon lyrics too.
What's that?
Oh, okay.
Is this Shannon?
That's Shannon lyrics.
Lyrics, yeah.
But I still don't get it. I saw the truth in my own two eyes. A gut full of surprise. How I made you. Why I grade you. How I made you. Why mislead? Give me a reason.
Yeah.
Isn't there a really cool part in the middle of this where it gets really heavy? It's I think after the second chorus.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Let's see. Yeah. There's this part.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Slayerish
Yeah, it
guitar
is.
stuff
Yeah.
there. All those whammy bar stuff.
There's Wrathchild in that song too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just in our nature to be like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Just kept ripping those guys off.
that's exactly. That's it. We did.
That's what I don't get about, you see comments like, well, they changed their sound to go more groove metal oriented. And it's like, well, no, it's like the next version of Wrathchild. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that's
Yeah.
all it was.
Mhm.
Yeah. So,
It was intentional to try and be a
Yeah.
little simpler, and then we go and do some fucked up shit like that's in that song. You know?
just can't get away from it.
No, you can't. All that other shit we played was too easy. We need to put some difficult shit in here. Let's do this. Just to show them we still got it.
Yeah.
Try and headbang to 5/8, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
That's
is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, man. This was great.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Hope we
Sorry
didn't-
it took so long to get around to it, but
That's okay. I felt bad like we were pestering you, like sending you emails
No,
and messages. And
no, nope.
Especially considering you're on your day off right now and you're talking to us, bastards.
Yeah, but that's shit. I like to talk. As my wife says, you sure do like to talk. So yeah, I love it.
Well, like I said, this is our thing. We take albums that are celebrating milestone anniversaries to talk about them. We've been doing the 90s, but we go back to the 80s. Like I said, we did the Dark Side of the Moon, so we've done the 70s. So, we'd love to have you on to talk about other bands too, if you're ever interested.
All right.
King's
wasn't
X.
Like
Aerosmith?
Aerosmith or,
King's X.
Oh hell yeah.
King's X. Yeah, we talk about that King's X album. You're welcome to join us.
Yeah, I love King's X.
Yeah. So
Or Aerosmith.
we'll hit you up, man.
What's that?
But well, I said we'll hit you up if you're interested.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you back anytime.
Which Aerosmith
So-
album is it? That's the 74.
Well, we were going to talk about. I think the debut was
was last
73.
year.
which we were
Oh,
gonna talk
okay.
about.
Well, we could still.
I remember hearing Dream on AM radio when I was a
Oh my
kid.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes. AM.
yeah. AM 630.
I love that shit. Man. That's how I discovered music was AM radio when I was a kid. We didn't have internet.
Man.
We had AM radio.
No,
Hey, we
Yeah,
at least had
lucky
FM. We at
came in
least
every
had
now and
FM.
then.
Yeah, we're old enough to remember FM at least.
Well, we had FM too, but it seemed like the cool station was AM at night when I would be going to bed, and I'd put it on and listen to music as I was going to sleep.
Couldn't you pick up like stuff from with AM? It was like you can get stuff from really far away.
Yeah.
The way it traveled was
Yep.
yeah. Like those frequencies are a little bit different. You can get these weird stations at night. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, like from outside of DC, it was always 98 Rock in Baltimore. Sunday nights, late 80s, they always had live shit.
Shit, we had Don Kirshner's rock concert or whatever it was on.
What?
Don
How did-
Kirshner's Wolfman Jack was on there.
Oh, Wolfman Jack. Wow.
No, yeah.
Night special. That's what it was.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. And it was on late, and I would stay up to watch it, and I'd always end up falling asleep and waking up when it was over.
Well, I mean, now, like,
Yeah.
Headbanger's Ball sounds old when you say that. You're like, well, we stayed up for Headbanger's
Right.
Ball. Like, well, you're old. Like, yeah, well.
Wait, do they not have that anymore? I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
3 a.m. to
but-
watch Headbangers Ball too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been
I
that
wanted to
3
see the
a.m.
whole thing.
Yeah, and well, if you wanted to see the good bands, you had to stay
To stay to the very end.
The last
Exactly, which
video
is where our
video.
videos always got played. At
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
2:50 or
The 4
something.
times they showed it, it was always at 2:30 a.m.
Yeah,
Be like,
it's like
yeah,
nobody's awake.
Prong or
Perfect time.
Creator or-
Nobody's sober.
Right.
Child,
Yeah, they're awake. They're not sober.
Yeah,
But yeah, you waited until 2:58 a.m. and that's when they showed the best video of the night was, the Creator out video or Wrathchild video or whatever it was always
Yeah.
the last one.
when nobody's probably watching.
Exactly. Like this one needs to be the last video we're showing because goddamn.
We got LA Guns to show. and
Yeah.
Trickster.
We got Trickster to show here, guys. Come on now.
Yeah.
Keith's getting mad.
Oh my God. Yeah. well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, listen, good luck on the rest of the tour. I know there's only a couple dates left, but good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell Shannon we said hi.
Yeah.
I will.
Needs another pizza in Herndon. We'll
Yes,
come
ask him
deliver
if
to
he remembers that pizza that
Probably the best pizza ever.
Oh, it was not
It
the
was
best
Pizza Hut. It was not the best
not the best
No.
pizza. I assure you it was
It
not.
depends. It's in the eye of the beholder or the eater.
Yeah.
Well, if you're drunk, it probably is the best pizza ever. That's
yeah.
totally
Yeah,
true.
but you probably don't remember it.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Did the guys in Disturb know anything about Wrathchild or Souls at Zero?
They
These
do.
guys? They do? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You
talk about it every
You
now
gotta
and then.
know your freaking industry. You gotta know like what's come before you and after
Yeah.
you and all that shit.
I think that sometimes that helps gives me some credibility with the artists that I work for, is that they know that I have a musical
For sure.
background and past.
It's got to. Yeah. It's got
Yeah.
to.
I'm not just a guy out there mixing the show. I'm I was a musician. So,
Yeah. And you busted your ass. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
Well, I know it's hard to tell, like it doesn't translate so well on video, but I will say the few videos I've seen live from this tour, it sounds really good.
Oh, the
So,
Disturb stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's a
clean.
blast.
So, mixed really well. Like you can hear all the instruments really well. So, yeah.
And there's lots of fire.
A lot of fun. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Is
a
there?
lot of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pyro, they got like 3 levels of
It's
pyro.
insane.
Oh, it's insane. The lighting truss is on fire, and it's the kid that designed that. His name's Alex Mungle. He's 28 years old, and he's a
Oh my God.
fucking genius when it
Wow.
comes to that. It's all his ideas.
That's crazy.
It's cool that he's like, I want to do stuff that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, he's
apparently
accomplishing
he
it.
did. Yeah.
He sure did.
It's
It's pretty
Yeah.
incredible.
you probably feel
Yeah.
it even from where you're sitting at the board.
Oh yeah, you
probably-
can.
yeah.
There's been nights where we're sitting in the arena and I've got my coat on mixing because it's cold and we're on ice.
Yeah.
Halfway through the show, I'm like, God damn, it's hot in here. Start taking my coat off. I'm like, man, by the end of the night, I'm like, damn, it's really hot in here.
Well,
Like, oh yeah, they just went through 1,200 pounds of propane. I guess it is warm in here. All of a sudden, you hear the air conditioners come on in the room. What's that noise? Oh yeah, they got to cool the
Heat the
place
place
down
up.
before he sets off the sprinklers.
right.
Yeah, he's pushing the envelope for sure, and it's cool.
That's cool.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you go. Have a good night. Have a great week.
All right, y'all
Enjoy your
too.
time in Florida.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming
Well,
on.
Great.
try
This
to-
was a blast.
Oh, cool. You guys
Yeah.
had fun.
Yeah, I loved it.
Bye, Jeff.
Yeah, cool. We'll
Good.
have to reach out to you again just to do, I mean, if nothing else, talk about the next Souls at Zero album, but maybe something before then as well. I'd like to
Yeah,
talk
for
about
sure.
something else, King's X or Aerosmith or whatever,
Uh huh.
Anytime you want to hang out, we're always available.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm glad we made this happen.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. All right, man.
Right on.
Well, thanks again.
You're welcome.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good night, you guys.
All right. Take
All
it
right,
easy.
you too.
See ya.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Energy, aggression, power. To sum it up, it's a vulgar display of power.
Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to PA. Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Good enough. Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunt's recording this.